Yeah, I think this is on. Yeah, yeah. I think if you look at it, it does require a lot of patience, especially as the ball gets older and softer. The wicket becomes a little bit more placid, but I think we did go searching a little bit, if I'm honest. But hopefully tomorrow rein it back in and go back to old-fashioned Test cricket like we did in that period where we got those. I think it was 6 wickets in the morning or 7 wickets in the morning. So hopefully much of that. I think we kind of earned the right a little bit to go searching, but probably not for as long as we did. But yeah, I think come tomorrow, back to that old-fashioned Test cricket.
And it seemed like yourself and Timber had some kind of plan that had worked, and you celebrated kind of by pointing in his direction. And what was that about?
Yeah, I think the first one with Angelo, Tim was asking me, should we put him back? I said, look, we have runs on the board, let's try and encourage a shot. And fortunately, he played off. And then when Kamundu was batting, I just said to him, look, he didn't look like he wanted me to settle in the rough. Let me come around the wicket and keep him in the crease. And, it just paid off quick. Paid off with the first ball that I tried it. So I think it's nice when a plan comes together in Test cricket. When you look a lot of analysis work, you try and identify things. So to see it to come fruition, it's just more meaningful, and obviously put yourself in a chance to win the Test match again.
Rex?
Keshav, is there a tendency in PE for a lot of wickets to fall in the morning sessions of the Test match, or is it just one of those things?
I think traditionally it probably does, maybe a bit of moisture from the overnight, the covers and sweating and things like that. But I think just traditionally in PE, wickets do happen in clusters. There can be a period where the game goes nowhere, and then all of a sudden it takes one wicket to basically be the catalyst. I think it showed in both our innings, with obviously the first innings with playing the pull shot, it brought about 3 wickets, and then this morning with a run out, it changed the complexity of the game. So I think it's about staying patient and hopefully reaping the rewards of some hard graft tomorrow morning again.
How important was that Angelo Mathews wickets? He's been in situations like this before and taken the team through. How crucial was that wicket?
Yeah, I think if you look at Angie's record, it speaks for itself. He's a big player for Sri Lanka and has done it time and time again, being in this situation. So it was a big wicket. It obviously led to the wicket of Kamundu, I think a couple of overs later, if I'm not mistaken. So, yeah, it was a big wicket. Hopefully we can come tomorrow morning and, old-fashioned Test cricket, pick up 1 or 2 scalps and get into the lower order and hopefully win this Test match.
Telford?
Keshav, there seemed to be a lot of attention paid to Kamindu. There always seemed to be somebody in his face or in his ear. Was that part of a plan, or did it just happen organically?
No, I think it happened organically. He looked to play a few shots, and naturally fast bowlers, how they react, and then, words were exchanged from both ends. But all in the nature and spirit of the game. I think that's what makes Test cricket that much more exciting, is the battle both from bowler and batter. I think we got the rewards of a little bit of banter on the field.
Amir?
Kesh, just looking at the total, or the lead that we had once we were dismissed, was that in the region of what was said in the group discussions, or would like to get a bit more if we could?
To be honest, we didn't have a number in mind. We just wanted to bat. Obviously, looking at the scoreboard and before the day's play in the position that we were in, we would have liked to have been a little bit more. But having said that, I think we've got a substantial number of runs. It's important that we come tomorrow and try to break this partnership by stringing a few maidens here and there, and hopefully it's enough tomorrow to be a strong Sri Lankan team.
And then, given you've obviously played quite a lot of cricket at St. George's Park, both international and domestically, could you just speak a little bit about the tactics you employ, or rather the process you employ of, deciding which lines, lengths or deliveries you're going to bowl? Would you say that it's very analysis specific, or does it fall more under the category of rhythm and feel?
I think you do your analysis work, but if the conditions don't allow it, you go on feel. And then, you try to do it accordingly. I think, look, towards the back end, we tried a few things to buy the wicket. It didn't work out. But like I said, tomorrow is a bit more old-fashioned Test cricket. Just zone in on a length and try and make it as difficult for the batters to score with that softer ball. And, who knows, string a few maidens and we could get a couple of wickets in the morning.
Cool. We're going to take the last couple of questions. Go ahead.
Kesh, as much as we know that the bigger picture, of course, is next year with these 2 tests, but now how difficult is it, and what do you guys need to do to try your best to not look that far, to just keep it here with those? What are those overnight conversations going to be to try and make sure you keep the blinders on to just focus on tomorrow?
Yeah, I think that's where Shooks is pretty brilliant at. Obviously, we acknowledge the bigger picture for everything, but it's about a process. We focus on each and every test match and trying to win in each and every session. And I think the boys are very comfortable just focusing on the now and not the future. And I think that's been the blessing in disguise of this test team. It's shown in our performances, just trying to win each and every game that we play and, you know, take care of the series and the results and believing that the rest will fall into place.
And then also, the worst that could happen in this match is maybe it doesn't go your way. But to not think about that, isn't this the kind of contest that make you guys feel like, you know what, if this was a 3-match series, this was a 5-match series, are these not the kind of contests that you yearn for to be as long as they used to be?
Yeah, look, I think any situation you pose that you look at as a contest, whatever you're faced with in life, it might not prepare you for that specific role, but it does help down the line. So, you know, we just focus on the contest at hand and hopefully come on the right side of things tomorrow.
Great. That concludes the presser. Please hold on for Sri Lanka, who are just waiting for us there.